Hey folks, and welcome back to Whiskey and Watches with Nick, where we discuss whiskey and, you guessed it, watches. In other words, things that truly matter in life. Tonight we will be reviewing Jameson Black Barrel. Yes, this is a baby bottle, courtesy of these little variety sampler packs of Jameson that keep popping up at my local liquor store. And since I know nothing about Irish whiskey, seemed like a no-brainer to buy the multi-pack and get into some Jameson. But before we get too far, no surprises tonight, wearing my trusty old Orient Mako 2. Hey, I love it. Probably gets the most wrist time out of probably my entire collection. Go figure. Anyway, so I think I've done, in fact, I have done a Jameson review on this channel before. It didn't wow me. I don't know much about Irish whiskey. Really, all I've ever tried is, frankly, Jameson. Most of my time and resources and interest goes toward bourbons and then really primarily toward Scotch and especially Islay. I'm a peat head. I can't help it. I was born this way. I will not sing Gaga, I promise. So anyways, on to the whiskey. This is my second of this four variety Jameson multi-pack sampler thingy. And the first one I tore through one whiskey per night in a week and was just singularly unimpressed. It just tasted bland to me. It felt underpowered. Now granted, I'd been drinking like Lagavulin and Laphroaig, for weeks on end at that point. So it's possible that I'd actually destroyed my palate and maybe even the nerve centers in my brain that processed flavor. So let's give the Irish whiskey a fresh try here with an open mind and a good, generous nosing, which, as you can see, I was born for. So interesting, definitely not a boring nose. Little bit of caramel candy or butterscotch candy. Maybe a little bit of some kind of fruit. What is that? Is it citrus? Maybe like a sweet, kind of very mellow orange on there. And is there some kind of herbal or grassy or vegetal note? Let's find out. Hard to say. There's another dimension there that I'm not quite picking up right now. Let's take it to the palate. Caramel, toffee, a little bit more of that mystery fruit, that orangey, pseudo-orangey mystery fruit. Maybe a little bit of spice, maybe cinnamon, maybe like Brock's cinnamon candy on the finish a little bit there. This is fun. This is a lot more fun than the plain Jamesons. So, they don't call it Black Barrel for nothing, folks. It is, in fact, aged in, you guessed it, charred first fill bourbon barrels. And I think that those barrels are responsible for making this a lot more interesting than the regular Jamesons, which, again, I recall as being really underpowered and bland. This is not. This is fun. This is like what little I know about an Irish whiskey got together and had an adult night with a bourbon, and this is like their love child. Yeah, this is whiskey, a whiskey love child. Yeah, reflect on that for a minute while I nose this again. Definitely something kind of grassy or vegetal there. Really can't narrow it down beyond that right now. I'm sure it'll come to me after I turn the video off. But for now, let's just say grassy and vegetal. With the orangey fruitiness, butterscotch. Yeah, a little bit of that spice coming and going secondarily there on the nose. More of the spice on that one, with everything else still present there. Yeah, the toffee, the orange, a little caramel. Fairly short finish, fairly light finish. Nice. So what's bourbony about this? There's really nothing identifiably bourbon flavored about this. It's just that it feels like it has more depth than regular Jameson, and I think it's really logical and reasonable to attribute that to the time it spent in a bourbon barrel. No need to overcomplicate it, right? Not a dry finish, definitely not tannic. Actually very, very light, very light. One thing I've noticed about the few Irish whiskeys I've had is they all have a very light mouthfeel, and this has a very light mouthfeel. Very light mouthfeel, a very gentle finish. A little bit of toffee and spice on the finish. Yeah, I think I'm still repeating myself here, which means that this tasting has run its course. So, a pleasant surprise. The second time around, the Jameson Black Barrel really opened up to me and has really revealed itself to be kind of a fun, kind of cool whiskey. I have 2 more bottles left in this little multi-pack, sampler pack thingy. I have their IPA and their stout barrel aged. So what I think I'll do is just do those side by side and do like a comparative tasting for my next review. Yeah, we'll just call this Irish Week. Or maybe we won't. Anyways, folks, as always, if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing my interest in whiskey and watches with me. And in the meantime, take care and enjoy your whiskey and your watches. Be well, and I'll see you when I see you.